That's easy for me. Rockstar Gang, what's up? Panther Nation, what's going on? Appreciate everyone joining the live stream over here on the YouTube channel. I got some people over here on the TikTok. Guys, if you're on the TikTok live, go to my link tree in my bio. Come on over to the YouTube channel. Use the link, and it'll send you right over. We're live on the YouTube channel. You can get in the chat over here just as way you are right there. You'll get to see a different view just like this. Look, guys, we're on the YouTube channel, TikTok. Look at this. All right, right over here. And we got people already coming into the chat. All right. So come on over. Come on over. Use the link. Come on over. All right, guys. Make sure you pound the like button as you're coming into the YouTube channel. Appreciate everyone joining the live stream. I got a show for you. We're going to be breaking down a lot of things today with this, with this game against Miami. Obviously, it's not the way we want to, but it is what it is. This is where we are. We made our bed. Now we got to lay in it, right? I mean, that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. So some injury updates. All right, from Friday's practice. Miles Sanders did not participate, so he is out. Game status, he's out. Xavier Woods, we know, is out. Chandler Zavala is out. We know that. Taylor Moton was in full pads, so he looks like he's playing. Throckmorton, he was in full pads, so it looks like he's playing. Austin Corbett was in full pad, but he's still out. I know that they're not going to bring Austin Corbett back until the bye week is over with. I know that. Steven Sullivan, full pads, questionable. Dante Jackson, full pads, so he's playing. Brian Burns was in full pads, but they got him listed as questionable. Derek Brown was limited. All right. Why am I saying full pads? Full participant. Good God. Sorry, guys. Today has been a long day. Today has been a long day. I had to make 4 pricing proposals for my company. I had to get a PowerPoint presentation together, and I had to put a Excel spreadsheet presentation put together, and I had to put another proposal to send over to my headquarters. So it was just been a busy morning. So I apologize for saying full pads. Participation. So all those people I just said, again, Miles Sanders did not participate. He's out in the game. Xavier Woods did not participate. He's out in the game. Chandler Zavala did not participate. He's out in the game. Taylor Moton, full participant. So he's playing. Calvin Throckmorton, full participant. He's playing. Austin Corbett, full participant, but out. Obviously, like I said, he's not going to come back until, like I predicted already, he's not coming back till after the bye week. Steven Sullivan, full participant, questionable. Dante Jackson, full participant. So he's playing. Brian Burns, full participant, but says he's questionable. Derek Brown was limited participation. He's questionable. Giovanni Ricci did not participate, so he's out. Camus Gruger Hill, full participant, so he's playing. Von Bell did not participate. He's out. And then Ian Thomas, limited participation. He's questionable. Now on the Miami side, they got Connor Williams, Robert Hunter, Alec Ingold, Robert Jones, Nick Needham, Jalen Phillips, Jeff Wilson, and Braxton Berrios, at least from the Thursday injury update from Miami. Most of those guys, one of the guys, Connor Williams didn't participate, and then everybody else was limited and full participant, and their game status is unspecified. As we know of, though, for Miami right now, Armstead and their center and their right tackle are all dealing with injuries. Now, I know Armstead's going to be out for, I don't know if he's out for the year. I'd have to go and check that. But anyways, so appreciate everyone joining the live stream over here at the YouTube. Make sure you pound the like button, share the live. Greatly appreciate that. Broncos defense is better than ours. I can see the record-breaking scoreboard. Broncos. Sanders is benched. Well, he's just not playing, and now it's his shoulder, not his groin. Sounds like Browns or Burns are gone, maybe both. Not sure yet. Steve Smith on the same page says Judy stinks. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that because um after I saw the final statistics of Jared Judy last night, I'm like, I don't even see the point of going after this guy. 3 for 5, 3 for 5, right? 3 receptions, 5 targets, 14 yards. Nah, I'm good. Thanks. Thanks for stopping by. You know, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. You know, but Steve Smith called him out. He called him out on his podcast. Steve Smith went over there, tried to settle things up, blah, 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 blah. And then they just kind of got in a little bit of a fight there, right? So here we go. All right, let's dive right into it. So the news and the updates. So Evero, we've got a challenge, man. This high-powered Miami offense is gonna be no small feat to deal with. They are missing their rookie running back, Devon Chain. I know that because of fantasy, obviously due to the injury that he had. But this offense still has so many weapons that for Tua to, attack our defense. And they got a bunch of speedsters. Obviously, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. We know what they possess, right? You got, Evero, our defense coordinator. It's going to be a challenge. I was watching a podcast this morning. Actually, I was watching a Black Cat Panther podcast before I came on here, and I was listening to. They had TD's Fin Talks, and TD says that the best advantage, or at least for us to even have like a competitive chance, not necessarily to win the game, more of just less. He was saying that just to be competitive in this game, we need to play a lot of man press. Because if we play zone, they're just going to tear us apart. And I can see why he says that. And so I just think at the end of the day, though, guys, it doesn't matter with those kinds of wide receivers and the speed that they have. It doesn't matter. It does not matter because they're gonna get open. They can create separation. Mike McDaniels is an offensive genius. He's going to be able to throw plays out there that is going to cause fits for our defense, and especially if Brian Burns and Derek Brown are both out with no pass rush. It's going to be a long day for this defense. I expect them to make big plays. I think Miami's going to make big plays. I think the Panthers' ability to limit them obviously is going to be crucial in this game. Will they do so? I don't know. I doubt it. I think the outcome of this game is going to be I don't I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I could see them putting a 40 burger on us. I think it could be just like the Lions game where it's like a 42-24, maybe less than that. We might even only put up 17 points, which is normally what we're used to doing anyways. So it could be like a 42-17 kind of game, but we're going to dive more into that here shortly. Now, obviously, there's a new plan out there for Laviska Shenault. He's been catching attention with his versatile playing, including lining up at the backfield, kind of like that Deebo Samuel style. So with the starting, obviously, with Miles Sanders dealing with injuries and he's, on the bench and not participating in this game and he's out. I anticipate that Shenault to play more of a significant role in this offense. Thomas Brown has spoken highly of him, how he's a unique asset to this offense who can create explosive plays. We haven't seen that yet. Hopefully, if the reins finally get handed over to, Thomas Brown, which will all of us Panthers fans have been begging for, hopefully we can see some of that. I don't know if we'll see it against Miami, but maybe after the bye week, we might be able to see something. Obviously, this game against Miami really for us, though, offers an opportunity for us as a team to experiment and create some creative offensive strategies at this point. I mean, the only thing we're doing at this point is throwing shit at the wall and see if it sticks, right? I just think that but getting somebody else involved in the run game needs to happen. D-Jack back? Yes, he's playing. It shows that right now he was a full participant in practice, so he's playing. All right, let's move on. So obviously this whole rumors about us going after Jared Judy, this potential trade, um, obviously has surfaced about Jared Judy. And then the whole thing last night with Steve Smith. I, I I'm not too sure if I want to trade for this guy anymore. He seems like number one, he was 3 for 5 last night for 14 yards. Number one. Number two, I don't know if that's just him not giving a flying, you know what, playing for the Broncos, or or if he's just mid, right? I mean, and he's just a locker room killer right now for the Broncos, and that's probably why they've got him on the trade block, because they feel that he's just a locker room killer right now. And obviously, last night with Steve Smith, speaking to him, try to, he came. I mean, obviously, Steve Smith came out to him and said, "Hey, man, like, I was trying to apologize about what he said, saying he's not even a top 30 wide receiver in the NFL, something like that. Said he was mid, he's not very good, something like that. It was something in some instance like that. And so he tried to approach Judy, kind of say, "Hey, man, I'm sorry, but show me tonight that you can do so. Like, you can be good." And basically they got into a scuffle, and basically saying, Jared Judy was like, "I don't fuck with you." And then Steve Smith was like, "All right, well, fine. If any team asks me about you," which he's probably referring to the Panthers, "I'm going to tell them that you're not worth a shit. And you are, you know, you're immature, and you're going to be a locker room killer." So I don't know. At the end of the day, Um, I'm not too sure if he's going to be a best suit for us. I think that he can be a playmaker. I think Judy can be a playmaker for us. Whether he'll fit here or not, that's another thing, right? I've always said styles wins fights. Same thing in the NFL. Systems fit certain players. Is Jared Judy going to fit this system? Is he going to fit right in with Bryce? I mean, obviously, the success of a trade will depend on the price, right? If they do still kind of go after Judy, and the Broncos' willingness to part with Judy, obviously, we'll see how this continues to develop. It's obviously something we can keep an eye on. Uh, Smitty tried to light a fire under his ass, but it didn't happen. Yeah, exactly. It was more or less he just kind of pushed the guy's buttons and pissed him off. Um, so it is what it is. I mean, so part of me is also like, Smitty, I get it. You're part of the organization based off of from a player to, I'm sure that the coaches and guys are reaching out to him saying, "Hey, what do you think about this guy from a wide receiver standpoint?" And I'm sure Smitty's given his opinion, but part of me is also, this is where you kind of let those players, you don't want them to get involved, right? I mean, in my opinion, you kind of want those kinds of guys to stay away, but some people like to have, time those guys come in. So I don't know. I don't know. It's a silly situation, honestly, between him and Smitty. Um, Guys, make sure you pound that like button over here on the YouTube channel. Appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Make sure you share the live out. I would greatly appreciate it. And of course, don't forget, we got the giveaway today. We don't forget. So at the end of the show, we will be doing a giveaway. All right. So TikTok, if you're ever here on the TikTok, click the link tree. Come on over to the YouTube channel. If y'all want me to, if you want to ask me questions and stuff like that, click the link tree. Come on over to the YouTube channel. You don't have to subscribe to come watch the YouTube channel, but if you would like to, I would greatly appreciate it. And you could give me a follow over here. So, all right. So, anyways, so the Carolina Panthers quarterback Bryce Young, his progress. Currently we're the only winless team in the NFL, guys, after 5 weeks. How does that feel? Feels like shit, doesn't it? Because obviously Young's been facing some criticism. His growth remains a source of encouragement despite the turnovers, in my opinion. I feel like the talent has shown, but the highlights of the offensive challenges surrounding him, I think that Bryce Young development remains the top priority still, guys. I'm going to harp on this until it happens. And improvements in the upcoming game in the coming games is going to be crucial to our team's future. So got some significant challenges. The addition possibly of Jared Judy, development of Bryce Young, the significant challenges we're facing this week against Miami for our defensive coordinator and our defense. These are the storylines right now as our season unfolds. But let's get into the next topic here. I got some hot seat guys. I got some guys that I think are under the hot seat right now that we need to address with this team right now. First guy that we need to address that's on the hot seat is Cade Mays. Because with the absence of Chandler Zavala, Mays has to step up as his replacement, during the last game against the Lions. And Mays has initially seemed to be okay to secure that starting right guard position. I thought he was going to secure it during the offseason, but I was dead wrong about that. Obviously, with the last minute change in coaching staff decisions, it was because of his poor performance and an injury. First off, kind of left his uncertainty. Mays must deliver a performance in this game, really to prove his worth and secure a spot in this lineup. I know that he won't be there long because once Corbett's ready to go, Corbett's taking that spot anyways, when Mays will just become a rotational piece. Anything less really may lead the Panthers considering other options than Austin Corbett, is ready to return. So, I need you to step up. Okay. I need you to step up. Dante Jackson. All right. Who missed the previous game due to shoulder issue. It's is back in practice. He and is determined to play this week 6 against Miami. Jackson's top end speed is valuable in this game because of the matchups that we're going up against this one. Whether he can keep up with Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle is main to be seen. But the last time I checked, Jalen Waddle, before they even got Tyreek Hill 2 years ago when we played Miami, Jalen Waddle put like 150 yards before the even halftime, I'm pretty sure, on Dante Jackson's head. So, I mean, it's going to be it's not even fair at this point, right? Supernova, what's up, man? Marcos Cash, Mad Chatter, Felipe, Mossy Man. Who else is in here right now? All right, we got a couple people in here. Appreciate all y'all joining the live stream. Make sure you pound the like button as you're coming in. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and click that post notifications bell so you don't miss out on any new content. Also, don't forget about the giveaway. Okay? You know what? I will need to edit this real quick. I need to make sure we put the giveaway in there. Because we need to do the giveaway today. We're doing the giveaway, remember? So if you want to get a part of the giveaway, all right, I'll do it later. Here, I'll do it on YouTube. Let's see. Okay, so guys, if you want to get in part of the giveaway, okay, remember you have to join the Discord. You have to screenshot that you subscribe to the channel and put it in the Discord. Hashtag giveaway chat in the Discord, and that's just how you do it. That's it. All right. So go check it out. Make sure that you pound the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to get involved in that. Remember, it's a jersey giveaway. Okay. So remember that. It's a big old ordeal. All right. Give me a second here. And I'll get right back to you. All right. So let's get back to Dante Jackson. All right. So, yeah. You mean you're in the hot seat, bruh. Because you need to step up out of anybody. I mean, he's got a task. against Tyreek Hill. He's probably going to be the one against Tyreek Hill. I'm guessing CJ Henderson's going to be on Jalen Waddle. But I've also heard that Deshaun Jameson is also going to be on Tyreek Hill. So, and then they're going to put CJ Henderson in the nickel position. I don't know. I'm not sure how this is going to line up because I've heard Deshaun Jameson, who we're going to be talking about here more shortly, because I have him as one of the key matchups in this game against Tyreek Hill. So I had to throw him in that mix. But I will say one of the key matchups too is Dante Jackson against Tyreek. I guess rotating these guys in and out. But it's going to be a highly task to go up against the guy to try to contain a Tyreek Hill, right? One of the league's most explosive wide receivers, right? I mean, with key defenses like, figures like J.C. Horn and Xavier Woods who are sidelined, now Jackson Roll becomes more crucial. And I wish J.C. Horn was here. I wish he could stay healthy, but he can't. Xavier Woods is sidelined. That's a big blow to our secondary as well. But Dante Jackson's experience and leadership, I think, will play a pivotal role in this. Chances of causing, he's going to have to be one of the guys to help us to even have a chance in this game, right? You know what I mean? He's going to have to give us a chance in this game. He's the only one I feel like can. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to get to your comments, I promise. Supernova, what's up? Clay, I love your content too. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me to hear y'all say that. I put a lot of hard work into this stuff, man. It's not very easy. These little PowerPoint presentations, they take longer than you think. Happy Friday the 13th, Panther Nation. I know. Gonna have to watch some scary movies tonight, I feel like. Any scary movie fans in here? You know what I mean? Did I mess up? Brogan, I don't think it's that crazy, is it? You and PMP with Rashad and Dave would be awesome. I've collabed with them. I actually reached out to Rashad not too long ago about a collaboration, but I think something fell through. It was I think I was in Charlotte at that time and I didn't realize when I was asking. Mossy man, I say trade everyone who has trade value and rebuild this thing from the foundation up. I would say so too. I would say so too. I would say I think that we have to. I mean, from a franchise standpoint, you try out some guys, you get what you get. You have another, you're going to have to go through some growing pains, but I think that you have to, you got to do a fire sale at this point for this team. You have to, whether you like it or not, if we trade away guys, like Brian Burns, like Derek Brown, Frankie Louvu, J.C. Horn, Dante Jackson, C.J. Henderson, Jeremy Chin, whether you trade those guys or not, and you don't like it, it is what it is. At the end of the day, you have to think about our future, and the only way you're going to do so is trading these guys with the draft capital, or trading these guys to get draft capital. But the problem is then it also lies is that do you trust this front office to make the correct moves? Right? Do you trust this front office to make the correct moves, get the right talent in here, get the right depth in here, pick the right guys? I don't. Honestly, at this point, I think that you have to literally start fresh from the ground up once this season's over with. I think that we keep what we got, or you go ahead and make the trades, or you wait until closer to the end of the season and clean house, and then whoever comes in, let them handle it. But David Tepper has to stay out of it. David Tepper has to stay out of the football operations. He's got to. All right. He has to stay out of it. It does not do us any good for him to be a Jerry Jones. And the only reason why we didn't tank last year, even when Steve Wilks was here, guys, you also got to put that in perspective. Steve Wilks was trying to fight for himself for a head coaching job. And a lot of people are saying, well, Steve Wilks was, the reason why we didn't tank last year and it's his fault and da, da, da. He was fighting for a head coaching job. How can you sit there and get pissed off at him when he's the one who was trying to fight for a head coaching job? Yeah, we could have tanked, but he's not like that. Another thing is, I don't believe in tanking. I just don't think it's the right way to do it, but some people think you should. Wilson, 95 yards in the game. He stinks. Yeah, that's bad. Don't trust Scott Fitt to get anyone. Exactly, Grim Reaper. I don't either. Clay, if you your GM, are you saying if I was the GM? Okay. Oh, you retracted the statement. Someone offered a 3 and a second, offered a 3 or 2 first round picks for Bryce. Would you pull the trigger? Shit. That's a tough call, Marcos. That is a tough call. As much as I like Bryce, and I hate to say this, but I would, because here's the reason why. You traded away your soul to the Bears. You got to think about that. We traded away our soul to the Bears to get Bryce. Do I think Bryce is a bad quarterback? No. Do I think he came into one of the worst situations in football? Yes. He came into one of the worst situations in football because there's too many egos in this front office and coaching staff. There's too many egos. There's too many voices getting moved around. You've got an owner that just continues to get involved in football operations when he shouldn't. So to this question, I would say yes. And because then you're going to get not only your future, your next future, but that doesn't mean that you won't be able to get another quarterback. Because guess what? If you're able to get 2 to 3 first round picks for a guy that's only played 5 games, and you're able to go into and depending on where these draft picks are, obviously, I'm guessing a 2024, 2025, 2026, something like that, maybe, or if it's like a team that's got 2 first rounds in 2024, 2025, something like that, whatever the case may be. But in the end, that's a great question, and I think that I would have to say yes. It's not because I don't like Bryce, and it has nothing to do. I think he's bad. I think it just has to do with the fact that you have to think about your future. And no offense to either to Bryce, I would rather send him somewhere that he might have a better chance of developing than being in the situation that he is here, because we are in a absolute turmoil of an organization right now. Right? I mean, it's not fair. It's turning into that time, right? You got to think about it like this. When Sam Darnold went to the Jets and Adam Gase was there. Look what happened. I think that Sam Darnold would have probably been a very good quarterback in this league if he never got put into a situation there in the Jets back and had a terrible head coach. So I think that's to that question. I think that makes the most logical sense, but it's unfortunate. I bet Bryce was a Tepper pick, right? Didn't want him. I mean, there's a lot of rumors coming out that that's what it was. I mean, there's a lot of rumors that was, coming out for what it was, right? Guys, make sure you pound that like button. I appreciate y'all joining the live stream. Make sure you pound the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. We're only at 8 likes and there's 24 people watching on YouTube right now. Make sure you pound that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. We should be up to 24 likes. If there's 24 people in here, we should have 24 likes. So the next thing, right? The next thing here is Tommy Tremble, because you're now in your 3rd year, brother, and you have yet to fulfill your potential. Whether we've held you back or whether you've held yourself back, it does remain. While some fans, I think, are hopeful because I've talked with a lot of you guys and fans about him before. We've talked about this guy multiple times. But Trimble has had his share of missed opportunities, exemplified by a drop pass in the end zone week 5 against Detroit. The Panthers need Trimble to step up, make a more significant contribution when given the chance. If he fails to become a factor in the pass game and remains behind Ian Thomas in snaps, it could signal a different trajectory for his career. Now, I know Tommy Trimble did catch a touchdown pass as well, so I can't say he's too far on the hot seat, but I do need him to do a little bit more. I need to see more from this guy, right? I mean, he was a 3rd-round pick. So I do need to see him. I need to see more from him. And whether that's Frank Wright and Thomas Brown not throwing him out there enough or with the play calling, whatever the case may be. But I do need to see more from this guy. I feel like he's got the athleticism. He can block well. I feel like he could be a good vertical threat out there. I just think we need to see more of him. And maybe that could also because of the play calling, because of the play calling. Right. I mean, because we were told this all off season, right? Hurst, Ian Thomas, Tommy Trimble, all these guys were going to be used because that's why we kept all these tight ends. But yet we have not utilized them. I really feel like to their strengths either. I feel like we are underutilizing a lot of players here, and that's also a lot of issue. But the play calling doesn't help either, which kind of leads me into the next person that's in the hot seat, and that's Frank Wright. You're in your first year of a head coach at a new organization. And it's not necessarily, and you're on the hot seat because you just don't seem like you even want to be here. You don't even seem like you want to win games. You look depressed. You look like you're trying to get fired. The pressure that's on you right now is not only is Tepper in your ass, but it's also the fan base because of how this team is playing, because of the underachievement performances of this football team. And Wright has phrased criticism for this team's underperformance, and he should, because of the play calling has absolutely been atrocious. And as a leader of a football team and this coaching staff, you bear the ultimate responsibility. It's on you. Heading into a game against the Miami Dolphins, you have the opportunity now to take risk and open up this offense. Because at this point, you have no expectations. You have nothing else to lose. Because regardless of the outcome of this game for you, Frank Wright, gives you a chance to experiment, play free football, right? Once the bye week arrives, the Panthers will need to engage in serious self-reflection because their performance in the games following the bye week will determine the course of this season and Frank Wright's future with this team. Because Rob, is it worth starting Chuba this week? I would say nah. I would say no, but you never know, man. Some people are saying this is a trap game for the Miami Dolphins. I don't see how. I don't see how. Guys, if you're over here on the TikTok and you're in the chat, go check my bio, go to the link tree, click on the YouTube channel. It will redirect you right over to my YouTube channel. I would love for you to come over here, check it out. Got a full-on presentation. I would appreciate it. Luke is coming in the chat. Marco's Cash. Has anyone seen Frank's contract details? I've seen it. I saw it when we signed him, but I haven't looked at it since. Why do you ask, Marcos? Tua and Sutton for a chain. Now we're asking fantasy questions over here. Tua and Sutton for a chain. I have T-Law. I mean, I don't know how long a chain's going to be out though. That's the problem. But I mean, if you're talking about Cortland Sutton, sure, because I'd get anything that has to do with Denver, get rid of them. All right, let's move on to the next topic. Frank Wright and his coaching staff. Let's talk about it because this is where I'm going to start going off because we are 0-5 and significant changes are needed. Plain and simple. And the blame can be shared among various factors: coaching staff, Frank Wright, several shortcomings. There's areas of this coaching staff that definitely deserve some criticism. Whether it's whether you like it or not, and whether if it's Tepper too, getting in these guys' ears, putting the pressure on them, blah 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 blah. It is what it is. Okay. The Panthers coaching staff, first off, penalties and planning. Okay, your penalties and planning is what is killing this team. Okay, because this Panthers coaching staffs boast a wealth of NFL coaching and playing experience with a combined of 200 years of coaching experience, 75 years of NFL playing experience. One would think that this level of experience would translate to a well-organized and disciplined team. However, this team lead the league in penalties with 41 infractions in just the first 5 weeks. So if you think about that, 41 divided by 5, that's 8 penalties a game, including a staggering of 14 false start penalties. That's just lack of discipline, folks. That is lack of discipline. That's a lack of telling these guys, trying to get these guys to excel. That's a lack of motivation. It's all around a lack of disorganization, too many voices, too many egos, too much pressure, too many people in each other's ears. That's what it bears down to. Whether you like it or not, that's what the issue is. This coaching staff, whether it's Frank Wright's fault being too much of a control freak, whether it's the lack of depth, talent, injury issues, whatever the case may be, still at the end of the day, 41 penalties in the first 5 weeks. 14 of those 41 penalties are false starts. That's just a lack of discipline, in my opinion. These avoidable mistakes, which they are avoidable, but for some reason we can't seem to get that foot out of our butts, right? Does raise some questions because this coaching staff is responsible for that. And if these penalties continue to happen, it's going to reflect back on the coaching. And we need to address that and correct these issues. Another issue with this coaching staff, the offensive line and running back struggles. Our offensive, James Campen, our offensive line coach, he was supposed to build on this unit success from the previous season because we finished top 10 last year, believe it or not. Our offensive line finished top 10 last year. I know injuries to key players like Austin Corbett trying to come back from the ACL last year. Brady Christensen out for the year. Obviously, injuries do disrupt the performance of the team. Despite all this, though, the regression of left tackle Ike Ekwonu going through a sophomore slump and communication issues on the offensive line, it's concerning. But these communication issues is also on Frank Wright. He's come out and said it multiple times. It's the same thing in the press conference every single time. My fault on the communication issues. So you're not communicating with your players very well, and you're not communicating with your coaching staff very well. So what really are you doing, Frank? All of this falls back on Frank Wright. All these issues fall back on Frank Wright, whether you like it or not. Whether you like Frank or you want him here, or whether you don't like Frank. It falls back onto him. He's gonna take the full responsibility to anything that goes wrong. But James Campen, you're the one who's working with these guys every single day. So what's wrong with the communication issues? Then the running back game. Miles Sanders has been non-existent. Let's just be honest. This coaching staff may need to reevaluate. Another thing, I've been saying it. They got to reevaluate the play calling and start utilizing other guys. Chuba Hubbard is the only one that seems to be able to move the ball down the field through the ground game. LaVisca is, in my opinion, is already outperformed Sanders because he's already running the ball 4 yards a carry, while Miles Sanders is 2.9 yards a carry. You know? Then we got rotational issues with this coaching staff. This is another thing that's been a big issue. This coaching staff, for some reason, can't seem to handle the player rotations. Because in the last 2 instances, Frank Wright seemed unaware of personnel limitations during games. In week 4, a timeout was due to a play call intended for a player who wasn't even on the field. In week 5, Terrace Marshall did not play a single snap despite a great performance, a strong performance the previous week. So this suggests a lack of communication, a lack of clarity on player usage. This coaching staff may need to streamline their communication and player rotation strategies to avoid such issues in the future. We are getting issues after issues after issues. Another thing, defensive struggles and scheme choices. The defensive line, defensively, injuries have just been obviously an issue for us. All right, this run defense has been a significant concern. It's not just been this year; it was a concern last year, year before that, and a year before that. Shy Tuttle might be one of the worst signings we had this offseason besides Miles Sanders. Because Shy Tuttle's position switch does raise some concerns with me. Because the release of Marquand McCall, a potential solution, kind of left me perplexed a little bit. And I think we're kind of starting to see that now. The issue there of not having a true nose tackle. This coaching staff explanation for McCall's departure was that it wasn't a scheme fit, and it didn't work, and it wasn't a good fit for us, and it didn't align with what we were trying to do on defense. But the lack of adjustments to adjust the run defense still is a concern, because yet you have done nothing to do so, it seems like, because we're still getting ran through. So all in all, this coaching staff deserves some scrutiny. I'm sorry. They are raising a lot of questions to me about this coaching staff and decision making and adaptability. There's too many egos. There's too many voices. There's too much lack of discipline. There's too much lack of communication. There's too much lack of change. There's not enough. This Panthers coaching staff, obviously, maybe they weren't the right fit. Maybe they weren't the right fit. Maybe there's too many egos here. There's too much voices. But we need to address these issues, guys, and make necessary adjustments, or we're never going to improve performance-wise. And we're going to continue, and this is just going to continue to be a disappointing season. This coaching staff experience and accolades from the past need to translate into the results in the present to meet expectations, in my opinion. Whether David Tepper's in Frank Wright's ear or not, does not matter to me. At the end of the day, you can only control what you can control, right? So that's you being these coaches can control what they can control, which means you making the necessary adjustments, you disciplining your players, you wanting your players to excel, show some emotion to these players that you care, want to be here, want them to excel and achieve success. Get better at communicating with them. Make the necessary adjustments. That's what it comes down to now at this point with this coaching staff. Frank Wright, start with you first. Hand over the play calling. Take the shackles off of Bryce. Let Thomas Brown do his thing. Thomas Brown on this list really doesn't face too much scrutiny for me, because it's not his fault that he's in the situation he is. Just the same way drafting Bryce, it's not his fault that he's in he's at a shit show of an organization. I think that in this situation, you have to understand that Thomas Brown really doesn't deserve the scrutiny here. Honestly, with Frank Wright, like I said, Frank Wright needs to hand over the play calling, work on the development of Bryce Young, worry about being a game managing head coach, and that's it. And make sure that he's disciplining these players, communicating with these players, and wanting these players to be successful and excel. And be emotional, because I haven't seen any emotion out of any of these coaches. Where's Deuce Staley? Because all off season you were chirping. I'm calling you out on this point, Deuce. Where are you at? Why aren't you getting in these guys' faces? Why aren't you? I don't care if you're just I know you're the assistant head coach, but you can also, and you're the running backs coach, but you can also, as assistant head coach, if Frank Wright's not going to do it, somebody's got to. Whether it's Thomas Brown, you can do it too. Evero, you can do it too. Any of these guys right here can get into any player's face and say, "Hey, man, make a play for me." Something. Even just something simple as that could go a long way. But there's no emotion coming out of Frank. Jadarius coming in here and says the only one I'm sparing. I'm sparing Thomas Brown too. Jadarius, I'm sparing Thomas Brown, and I'll spare Evero to a certain extent. But I feel like Evero is not using players correctly. I get it that he has a certain system and a certain scheme that he likes to run, but you as a coach should be able to make adjustments for other key players, just like Jeremy Chin, for example. Thomas Brown, I can't give him too much scrutiny due to the fact that I don't know what he's doing. Because if he's not calling the plays, then what the hell is he doing? You know what I mean? What I'm saying is his Frank contract details are being kept a secret. Only details that that it's supposedly a 4-year deal. Frank Wright, coaching contract. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know how much they paid him. I don't know how much they're paying him. Well, we can look at this. Uh, well, he's not a top 10 highest paid, one of the highest paid coaches. So that's number one. And he's not one of the lowest. So he's got to be in the middle of the pack somewhere. He's not, he's basically, from what I'm seeing, from the lowest to the top, or the five lowest paid head coaches to the top 10 highest paid coaches. He's probably making between 5 million to 9.5 million a year. So it's got to be around there somewhere. Frank wants to know if Frank knows something and he's scared to say it. You can see it in his face. Maybe he's getting fired. Who knows? Yo, Toxic Black, what's going on, man? The Panthers have been very disappointing. Yep. They were saying the Panthers or the Saints was going to win this division. Yeah, and look how that's turning out. It's probably going to be the Bucks. I guarantee you the Bucks are going to win this division now. Triggs coming in saying, should I trade CD for Devontae Smith? I would say I'm iffy on that one. Triggs, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. All right, let's move on. Next topic. We got 3 key matchups. All right, so like I said, Deshaun Jameson's going to be getting some burn in this game. So I know I already said that DeJounte Jackson's going to be a matchup against Tyreek Hill, but Deshaun Jameson's going to be one as well because we already, like I said, we already know Tyreek Hill's speed. Okay. We already know how explosive this offense is there in Miami, but to counter this dynamic threat, to at least to some standpoint, we got to play man press. Number one, our zone defense is going to get killed. If the Miami will put a 70 burger on us if we play zone. If we want to even have a competitive game at all, we got to play man press. The Panthers must have a defender capable of approaching of Hill's athleticism. And I think with Dante Jackson returning, CJ Henderson possibly not being the ideal option to really cover Hill, I think it does come down, though, to Deshaun Jameson. I know this might be a daunting task for him, but I know Jameson, despite being a newcomer to the NFL, his experience covering top college receivers, Connor the GOAT, Calvin Ridley, Deshaun Jameson might be a task with the challenge. He might be up for the task, but he has had experience covering top receivers in college. I know he's a rookie. He's basically a undrafted free agent. I know he may struggle against Hill, but this matchup really, I think, provides a valuable insight into Jameson's potential against elite wide receivers. And he did seem to do pretty well against Justin Jefferson. Now, I know that the Justin Jefferson style is different, right, than Tyreek's. But, this is a matchup we got to look out for. Another one, Brian Burns versus Kendall Lamb. If Brian Burns plays, I know he's questionable right now because we really need him to be a we definitely need him in this in our pass rush to have a chance in this game to even not necessarily. I'm not saying when I say have a chance, just be competitive, right? Obviously it's been an underwhelming season with only four sacks through 5 weeks. His fortunes could change with the absence of Terran Armstead, right? Who's a key lineman there for Miami. Lamb has to step in, try to fill Armstead's shoes. I think a player limited with starting experience in the NFL, he could, he could eat. But this matchup offers Burns like I said, it offers an opportunity for him to have a nice game. Because with his formidable skill set, and Burns could just exploit Lamb's inexperience with a combination of bull rushes, finesse moves. I think Burns may not always reach to the quarterback, but his pressure on Lamb can force the Dolphins to adjust their play calling and disrupt that offensive flow. Marcos Cash is coming in saying sit Burns so he can healthy for a trade. I don't know. I mean, Marcos, that could come to fruition. It could come to fruition because right now he is questionable and he was limited in. Was he limited or full participant? But then I think it was limited. No, it says he was full participant today in practice, but he's just questionable. So they might still sit him, Marcos. Mr. Toxic Black says, has Burn done anything since the Falcons game? I mean, he's gotten 4 sacks in 5 weeks. So basically 4 straight games with a sack and 1 game without one. I mean, if you do the math. But then again, of course, it always comes down to one another key matchup. Of course, is this run defense. Obviously, it's gonna be the focal point in this matchup. I mean, I think that if you can stop Raheem Mostert, that actually gives you a better chance in this game. But again, Mostert's got speed too. They've got guys on this team that can run track for maybe for the Olympics. I'm not kidding you. I feel like this Panthers run defense, though, we know how it is. We get run through. It seems like every game we're allowing these other teams to get significant yards on the ground. Dolphins, while they're known for the pass game, but they do have the ability to run the ball. We've seen that, especially I know that with the chain is out. This run game, they can still run the ball with Mostert. All right. I mean, this possesses a significant threat to our team still because we lack an effective interior and exterior run stopping abilities. I mean, I think that's basically it. Now, injuries and personnel decisions have compounded this issue, but at the same time, we must find a way to counter the Dolphins' potent rushing attack, though it remains to be seen, and I doubt we will. I'm not very positive right now with this team, guys. It's hard to be positive as a Panther fan right now. You're 0-5. Your team is in a total disarray. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right. Last but not least, let's go ahead and get into the preview and prediction. So obviously we're still searching for our first win. And we just are in dire need of a comeback, a miraculous comeback somehow. We lost to the Detroit, right? 42-24. Okay. The Lions took control early in that game. They jumped on a 14-0 lead. They maintained a strong run game. They're averaging 5.3 yards per carry against us. Bryce displayed some promise with 247 yards, 3 touchdowns, and turnovers proved costly, though. As it stands, the Panthers are scoring 18.2 points per game and are ranked 25th in the league. This offense averages 294.4 total yards, including 198 passing yards and 96 rushing yards. And in the face of adversity, they convert 40.8% of their third down attempts and have a 53.8% success rate in the red zone. All right. Now, the rookie, Bryce, we all know I think he has shown potential, but needs to improve in this passing game. He's averaging only 5.2 yards per completion. He has 750 yards, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions this season. Wide receiver Thielen, Adam Thielen, we know he's been a reliable target there, right? He's got 38 receptions, 394 yards, 3 touchdowns. Carolina has struggled to establish a consistent ground game, and they finding the end zone just once on the ground does us, it's bad. So defensively, though, we're allowing an average of 28 points, 28.8 points, and 325.8 total yards per game. While we do excel in the passing defense, we're ranked 5th in the league, believe it or not. In the passing defense, we're ranked 5th in the league, believe it or not. But our run defense has been our Achilles heel. We rank 26th in the league. Isn't that nuts? 5th in passing defense, but 26th in rushing defense. I just don't understand how that makes sense. But it does. But it is. I mean, you can look it up. I'm not making these facts up. I'm serious. But the Panthers have registered for 14 sacks and 4 interceptions, but have struggled in defending the red zone and allowing touchdowns on 68.4% of their trips. Which is nuts. It's absolutely crazy. I can't believe that. That's garbage time. Exactly. It's absolute garbage time. That's what it is. You know what I mean? That's what it is. It's absolute garbage time. So the Dolphins are riding high, though, because on the flip side, Miami enters this game with a 4-1 record. All right, they had a convincing win over the New York Giants. Tua struggled a little bit, but that defense, picked him up. They won 31-16. The Dolphins outgained the Giants 524 yards to 268. Because Devin Achane or Devon, is it Devin Achane or Achane? I might be pronouncing his name wrong. That's on me. I mean, it is what it is. But he had 151 rushing yards himself and on just 11 carries. And then the offense led by Tua looks to be in top form. They already look like a playoff team to me. They're scoring an impressive 36.2 yards per game and averaging 513 total yards, which leads the league, which means this dynamic offense is averaging around 327 point passing yards, 185.8 rushing yards, with a 76.1% success rate in the red zone. So the Dolphins are a formidable offensive force. I mean, they're the best offensive team probably in the league right now. Austin Smith, Kittle, or Andrews? Give me Kittle. Keep pounding the table every Sunday. I feel you. He's got more sacks than us. Yeah, I bet the Falcons are struggling from the pass rush standpoint. Clay, at this point, I'm just rolling up and getting high after every game to calm my nerves. I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you. Every good thing there's an equally bad thing. Exactly. It's like we take 10 steps forward. You take 2 steps forward, right? And then we take 10 steps back. Dolphins fan here. Is that master at work on your thing there, Damien? That's awesome. Dolphins fan here. Good luck this Sunday and hopefully no injuries. I appreciate that, Damien. I'm about to tell you why y'all are going to win. So my prediction, guys, let's just get right into it. We have a uphill battle that's like a mountain it's like you're climbing Mount Everest without an escalator. That's the best way I could describe it. And you're not going to reach the top, right? It's more like climbing Mount Everest without any legs, right? Going up against Miami this week. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like going up against Miami without any legs. Seriously. That's what it is. It's literally, I mean, that's what we're doing here. We're literally going up Mount Everest and without any legs. Yes, that's master at work. That's awesome. That's awesome. Damien, I'm boys with Dan Mitch. That's funny that you are on there. I watch all those boys. TD, Master at Work, Richie, Danny. I'm boys with. So, but that's funny you got him on there. All those boys are awesome. But yeah, again, the Dolphins are clearly favorites in this matchup with a 13.5 point spread in their favor. Obviously, given our struggles in defending the run, I expect the Dolphins will exploit that weakness. I think Mostert right now is averaging 5.4 yards per carry. They're poised for it is poised for a strong performance against our 26 run defense. The Dolphins defense is led by Tua and Tyreek Hill. It's expected to maintain that high scoring ways. I think we have some promising elements. I still believe that the Panthers still have promising elements, but it's unlikely we're going to keep up with that pace of the Dolphins. They're one-dimensional, our one-dimensional offense combined with the Dolphins. Yeah, our one-dimensional offense combined with the Dolphins pass rush. That's a recipe for disaster, man. It is a recipe for disaster. I mean, the Dolphins are favored for a reason here. And a blowout victory seems likely to me. All right. And if you're going to bet on this game, guys, go with the Dolphins and don't even overthink it. Go with the Dolphins and don't even overthink it. This game is going to be I guarantee this game right now against Miami, it will be I'm going to say it'll be a 38-17 game. I think Miami it'll be 38-17 at the end of the day. I think Miami will win this game 38-17. Like I said, the only way we have a chance is unless our run defense finally stops the run and you play man press against the Dolphins wide receivers, and that's it. It comes down to and then our offense somehow starts opening up and the play calling changes happen. That's the only way. And I'm not even saying like the only chance like for us to win. I'm talking about only chance to just even be competitive. Just to even be competitive. Deli Entertain comes in and says, Carolina shocks the world 31-27. Delio, if that happens, I want you to come back on here. And I will personally Venmo you like $25 or something. I don't know. I'll come up with something. I'll come up with something. I will. If that happens, I don't know what I would come up with, but I would come up with something. That would only happen in Madden. Dude, so I was so mad, no joke, no joke, chat. I was so mad at after that Detroit game. I literally hopped on Madden after that and beat the brakes off of Detroit. I think I beat them and I play on all Madden, but I beat the brakes off of them. I think I had Bryce Young like 400 something yards. I was so pissed off. I was so pissed off. I beat him like 70 to like 3 or something like that. I put like a shit ton of points on him. Hell, it wouldn't even happen there. Nah, it's not going to happen. Stay tuned. Oh my God. I appreciate the positivity, but that ain't happening. It's going to be 38-17 Miami. 38-17 Miami. All right. So if you want to get in the giveaway, we're going to start that up here. We're going to start that up here now. So the giveaway is happening. So we're going to do the giveaway now, folks. So this is how it works. So you people on the YouTube channel, this is how the jersey giveaway works. You join the Discord. Okay. You screenshot that you are subscribed. Okay. You screenshot that you are subscribed to the channel and you put it in the Discord. Then you put it in the Discord at the hashtag giveaway. Your name then will be posted on the spin the wheel. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. So this is how you get in the dang thing. This is how you do the damn thing. So then, as you can see, people in here, they've screenshotted that they're subscribed, like so. Right? We've already got people in here showing that they have screenshotted that they are subscribed. See? So that's how you do it. So if you want, like I said, if you want to get involved with this, all right, now's your chance. Chris Mack, what's up? Yeah, I mean, we're injured, but those questionables on Derek Brown and Brian Burns, I don't know. They were both full. Burns was full participant. Derek Brown was limited. So we'll see. Damn, everybody's asking me just because I do football content. Everybody's asking me. So I'm waiting for y'all, guys. The jersey giveaway is going to happen here shortly. Guys, make sure you pound the like button. Also, share the live out because I want to make sure that we're getting everybody in here. So YouTube, guys, if you're in here, make sure you pound the like button and share the live out. We want to make sure we get everybody involved in this. Who the hell is Stacy Porter? I don't even know who you are. Is DJ Moore worth trading season long? I mean, are you trying to... What's the comment? So, guys, make sure you pound the like button, share the live out. We want to get more people in here because right now we don't have. I don't want to just pick off of 6 people. I want to make it fun. I want to make it worthwhile. While we're waiting, though, I'm going to go ahead and make the spin the wheel. Ghost, I wouldn't trade DJ Moore right now. Okay. All right. Started Lave. Jumpman. I think I need a robot or something. All right. Frederick Dunlap, thanks for being a fucking troll and tell me something I don't know, bro. I already predict y'all to win. God, could you be more of a troll? Good Lord. No shit, y'all are going to win. You're going up against the worst team in the NFL. Tell me something I don't know, bro. And I just literally hyped your team up, Frederick, and said y'all were going to win. Dumbass. I don't know. Based off that comment, Frederick, it seemed a little disrespectful, bro. Seemed a little disrespectful, my friend. Seemed a little disrespectful. I don't know. I don't know if I believe you. Don't know if I believe you. I'm gonna have to ask TD about you. I'm gonna have to ask TD about you now. I'm just kidding. Nah, I'm just busting his balls. I promise you, I'm just busting his balls. I don't care. He's subscribed to the channel, so it's all good. I'm just busting his balls. I'm just busting your balls, Frederick. I'm trying to get this spin the wheel done. All right, guys. So if you want, like I said, if you want to join the Discord, you join the Discord and it's in the link tree. If it's not working, let me know. I can invite you. Predict Hubbard points this week as a fan. Psh, he'd be lucky to get 5 points. He's better than bite size glitches. Gotta get him in here. Did I spell that right? Bite size glitches. Let me see if I spelled your thing right. Yes, I did. Okay, next up, JSK. Who's MT? Logan. Sorry. MT. I'm trying to think of players' names. MT, initials MT. Michael Thomas. No, I wouldn't make that trade. Because Pollard's gonna get 20 touches a game, bro. Y'all gotta understand, Pollard's about to go off. I'm not kidding you. Pollard's about to go off. All right, DJSK. So, guys, make sure you join the Discord. Screenshot that you are subscribed to the channel, and you'll get involved in the giveaway. I'm just gonna put Jadarius. I'm just gonna put you as JP. We'll know that's you. Panther Raider X. Jake, I wouldn't do that trade. Not guys, these 2-player trades for one does not make sense to me. You need to get value back. It makes no sense. I do not believe in true 2-player trades for one. Should I try and get Pollard? My running backs are Monty. If you could trade Warren and Madison for him, I would do it because then you have Monty and Eckler. Rate my team. Lamar, CMC, John Taylor, Diggs, Ayuk, Kirk, Komet. Honestly, if I was you, bro, I would try to trade. I would see if you can get a better value at the tight end position, but Komet might start going off again. I mean, the Bears are getting hot at the right time. All right, so I gotta get Chris in here. Chris 36 _ 36. Guys, if you're just joining over here on the TikTok, I am doing a jersey giveaway on my YouTube channel. So if you want to join, all you have to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel, take a screenshot that you subscribe, put it in my Discord and the hashtag giveaway chat, and you can get involved in the jersey giveaway. Lo, you've got a solid team. The only one I don't like is Jonathan Taylor. I would try to get rid of him, man. I'm not a big JT fan. I don't think he's going to produce. And honestly, I don't trust the Colts. All right, we got Max. Got Cyburn 21. Oh, we got more people in here than I realized, honestly. Shit. I thought we only had like 6 people in here. All right, so far I got J issue in here. I got 9 entries so far. I would not make that trade, Manny. Guys, Jettis is going to be out for a while. Why are y'all trying to go after Justin Jefferson when he's going to be out? It don't make no sense to me. Let me look up something. How long is Justin Jefferson going to be out? That's what I need to know real quick. I want to know how long he's going to be out. I mean, he's on the IR, so that means he's going to be out for 4 weeks. Yeah, I would not make that trade. Especially in fantasy, we're already in week 6. Your playoffs, if I'm guessing, I mean, my playoffs start in week 13. So you'd be going 4 weeks without a player that's getting you no points. Yeah, but man, you're third in your league. Why fix something that's not broke? If you're third in your league, why fix something that's not broke? Does that make sense? I'm 3-2 in my league, and I'm putting up 100 and averaging 160, 170 points a game. But I'm not going to make any trades because I don't feel that I need to. If you're putting up a lot of points, I don't see the point. And especially if you're third, there's no telling what could happen. Buy low now. I'm third. I don't think so, man. I don't like the Justin Jefferson move. Not for being out for 4 weeks. I think you would be screwing yourself. Tajay Spears. Robert. Oh yeah, man. Cam the man. Fortunately, our yeah, exactly. But yeah, see, but you kind of just answered your own question though, Manny. You just said I'm giving up a starting running back and a backup wide receiver. But Ayuk is getting points. Ayuk's getting points. He's producing. So it's not a backup. He's just a wide receiver too. But he's still getting the ball. You're right. He's getting the touches. You know what I mean? But Robert, Cam Newton is the QB I grew up loving, even as a Jets fan. Sad to see what went wrong. Yep. Our organization is just in disarray right now. Manny, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Boo. Excuse me. All right, guys, we've got, let's see, how much time we got? What is it? All right, I'm going to wait 2 more. I'm going to wait 2 more minutes, guys, for the people to get in here. I'm going to give it 2 more minutes for people to get in here. Robert Fan Club, thank you for the follow, brother. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know if Manny's thing is a dynasty league, though, Jadarius. I don't know. If it's hey, Manny, if it is a dynasty league, I would say risk it. I will say that, Manny. If it's a dynasty league, you could risk it for that trade. But if it's not, I wouldn't worry about it. Make money. I ain't making no damn money off of this shit. So, chat, what is y'all score prediction for this game? What's y'all score prediction in the chat for the Miami versus Panthers? I've got 38-17 Miami. I think Miami wins 38-17. Like I said, we have a chance if Brian Burns plays, if Derek Brown plays, we have a chance at least to be competitive from that standpoint. And if we play man press, if we play zone, we're going to get destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. Charlie C is asking Fields or Golf this week. I honestly, Charlie, you really can't go wrong either one. I like both. I like both matchups for both of those players. I would say maybe a little bit more for the Bears side because I feel like, oh shit, I don't know. Now they just came out saying 3 running backs are out for the Chicago Bears. Holy shit. How many 3 running backs are out for the Bears? How in the world? Khalil Herbert, Rashawn Johnson, Travis Homer all did not participate in practice. So now it's going to come down to the Deontay Foreman, Darrington Evans, and Kyer Blasingame. Dear God. Charlie, I might have to go with Golf due to the fact of the injury issues. I mean, Deontay Foreman's nasty. I mean, I've watched him play enough to know, but might have to go with Golf in that situation. DeMar Carter, Zach Moss, Miles. I go with Zach Moss. I do not like that matchup. I do not like the Arizona matchup. Okay. We're gonna do the giveaway now. So I got everybody. You know, nobody else seems to be wanting to win a jersey for some reason. So, you know, that's on you. That's on you guys. Those are on the people that are going to join and be like, oh, I could have won a jersey. Yeah, bitch, you could have. Taylor back though. I don't trust Jonathan Taylor. I don't trust Jonathan Taylor until he proves that he's back, right? I mean, I get that he's back, but is he back? Right? You know what I mean? Does Jefferson play again this year? I mean, he's out for 4 weeks. Right? He's out for 4 weeks. So, I mean, he could play again. I don't know. What's up, Black Cat Panther Podcast? How are you doing? How are you doing? We're doing a jersey giveaway. So, let me present the wheel. We got the Wheel of Fortune for you guys here. Okay, TikTok. I'll answer a couple of your questions while we wait. I'm letting some people to get in here. If you want to get involved in the giveaway and you're just joining the live stream, okay, over here on the YouTube channel, you have to screenshot that you're subscribed to my channel, put it in the Discord in the hashtag giveaway chat. All right. Trade Garrett Wilson a chain for Ridley and Swift. I'd make the trade because the chain's out. If you need to go ahead and start winning games now in fantasy, that's a trade you need to make. Yes. Should I trade Collins and James for Monty? No, I do not. Guys, again, in this chat, I do not believe in trading two players for one. Not unless you're going to get some value back, at least to some extent. I get Monty's good, but you're trading two players for one. Doesn't make sense. I just don't believe in that. I really don't. Charlie C. Or Kyle, sit one. Hall, Metcalf, Taylor. Kyle, I would sit Taylor. Charlie C. Olave, Madison, Olave. Jimmy, no. I would not start Hubbard. I mean, you could try to make that trade, Dominic. I'm not going to say your guy's going to make that either, though. If you know that, then the person that you're going to try to trade with might too. Fields or Herbert? I go Fields. I think I'm going with the hot hand right now. Ridley, Godwin, or Garrett Wilson? Ridley, Godwin, or Garrett Wilson to start? Give me Ridley. Do you have too many good receivers? Then make the trade. If you've got that, then that's fine. Khalil Herbert, Sutton. Khalil Herbert and Sutton for Jamar Chase. I mean, I doubt that person's going to make that trade. They're not getting shit. That's a terrible trade, man. I'm not trying to be mean, but that's a terrible trade. Sorry. What are the best defenses this week? I would probably go with the Bills, Detroit, I would go Bills, Detroit, Charlie, San Fran, Eagles could be a good one. They might get, I mean, Brees might have a game, but from a passing standpoint, they could cause disruptions for, Zach Wilson. I think the best way you need to go about it is think about who the quarterback is. When I choose defenses, when it comes to fantasy, when I choose defenses when it comes to fantasy, right? I think about the matchup. So I think about who their starting quarterback is, right? And who their starting quarterback is and who they're going up against, right? Like, so that's kind of how I deal with it. So you got to think about this from this standpoint. 49ers, they're going up against PJ Walker and the Browns. Okay. Zach Wilson against the Eagles, right? Tyrod Taylor versus the Bills, right? So those are the matchups that I look for, kind of like that, Michael, I would go with Jeff Wilson. Oh, man, I'm messing with you. Okay, thank goodness. Michael, I would go with Jeff Wilson, brother. Ahmed Ahmed. But Chase or Hill rest of the season? Ooh, probably Hill. That offense is explosive, man. It's just too explosive. Should I trade JJ? I'm 3-2 in this league squad. Allen, ETN, Kyron, Devontae, Evans, Kelsey, Steven. I mean, if you can swindle somebody, Jimmy, I'd say go for it. It all depends if you can trade him. Right? And someone was going to be like, ooh, Justin Jefferson, right? You might find someone that's like doesn't realize he's out for 4 weeks. Michael, I answered your question already, brother. I said start Jeff Wilson in the flex, brother. Start Jeff Wilson. All right, let me see if anybody joined else in this giveaway thing, bro. Jeffrey, what's going on? We are finally playing Raheem. It's about time. Yeah, but a chain's been good for you guys. Charlie, I've got Detroit's defense this week, so I would go with that. I would go with that. What are diamonds? So I got 12 new followers. I got one gifter. I got a gift. I got 1,200 views on TikTok. 12 new followers on TikTok. 2 diamonds and gifter. I didn't even. What are diamonds and gifts? I don't even know what that is. Michael, to your question, bro. Jeff Wilson at the flex. I didn't know I could get gifts or what diamonds are. Jared Judy to Carolina. I doubt that. Doubt it. That's crazy, man. That's a terrible trade, bro. People would always be like, people always be trying to send some booty ass trades. Amen. If you have both of them, I mean, good for you. I want to know what league you're in if you have both of them. But honestly, I don't think you could go wrong with either one. If it's PPR, I probably swing more to Hurts. Charlie, I would go with Detroit. I don't know. I think after hearing Steve Smith talk about Jared Judy yesterday and all that craziness, that went down. I don't see the Panthers getting him now. He seems like he's a locker room disarray. I traded Hawkinson and St. Brown for Kelsey. I got Kelsey. I have Chase and Waddle. I mean, you didn't really need to do that, though. I mean, you had Hawkinson and St. Brown, plus then you have Chase and Waddle. I would have kept that over just trying to get Kelsey. I get it. I get why you did it. I mean, because you want Kelsey, he's going to get his. He's going to get a lot of points. But I think all of those together, those two guys together score more points than Kelsey. That's the thing that I don't do player trades. I feel you. All right, guys. Let's do this. Let's spin the wheel. All right. First off, let's shuffle. Let's go. Let's do shuffles. That's ready. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's my lucky number. Okay. Ready? Let's see who gets the jersey. Oh, Marcos, I thought you had that, man. Marcos, I thought that was going to fall on you. I thought that was going to fall on Marcos. I'm not going to lie. And it fell on our boy, the Jadarius experience. Damn. That was close. That was very close. That was very close. I feel like, though, here's the thing. Should we, I feel like one spin with 9 people on here. You know what I mean? I feel like one spin, All right, so hear me out real quick. I feel like I should have been specified this more. I'm going to give it to Jadarius on this one. But the next time we do these giveaways and we do the spin the wheel, next time we do these giveaways and we do the spin the wheel, the person it lands on, you get knocked out. And it goes and it keeps going and keeps going until we get to one person. That's how we should do it. Don't y'all agree? I mean, I feel like just one spin with 9 people on here, the odds are very small. You know what I mean? Does that make sense, chat? I'm going to give it to the Jadarius this time, but the next time we do another giveaway like this, I'm going to start taking people off. So if it lands on you, you know, your name gets cut off until we get down to 1. Does that make sense? So the next time we do a giveaway, we'll do that. Is that cool? I didn't say that we were going to do that this time. I just said whoever lands on wins. But this next time we should do that. Next time it's going to be where it next time it's going to be where it lands on you know, your name gets taken off. Jadarius, I'll contact you. Next time we do it, we're gonna do it where the name gets knocked off. All right, next time we do it. All right, because that makes it more fair, right? Until we get down to one person. Okay. Yeah. Jadarius, I'll contact you. I'll contact you. We'll be in touch, my friend. We will be in touch. Well, guys, we did the giveaway. We did the news and updates of the Carolina Panthers. We did a game breakdown of who's on the hot seat. Also, we did areas of this coaching staff that need to improve and get better. We did the matchups, the key matchups in this game, and then we broke down the preview and prediction of the game. So, yeah, you know. So I appreciate everyone joining the live stream over here on YouTube. Y'all have been continuously growing week in and week out. You know, you guys have been continuing to show me support, and that was one way I wanted to do so. We're on our road to 5K, right? We're on the road to 5K. Dan Mitchell, what's up, bro? Been live all day, my boy? No, I got live. I've been live for about an hour and 45. Hour and 45. Should we play Brees Hall for fantasy? I would. I still think you could. I think there's some value still there. YouTube, I appreciate y'all joining the live stream. Make sure you pound the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you click that post notifications bell so you don't miss out on new content. Check my link tree out. Make sure you join the Discord. I'm always posting stuff on there, TikTok shorts, also posting up NFL stuff in there. Also, you'll never miss out on a live, so go ahead and join that as well. Also, you can check me out on all my social media up above here. This is literally my name. That Roppstar92_ is for each and every one of those social media accounts. Also, make sure to check out betus.com. The link is down in prescription. It's in the link tree. I apologize. So make sure you go check it out. Sign up for free today. You get 125% bonus on your first bet. So if you're a betting degenerate like myself, you know, I'd like to throw $100 down and get a free $125 on a bet. So I don't see why you wouldn't. Also, you can use promo code Pantherology, but I got to get that promo code changed, which I'll reach out to them and get that fixed. So again, appreciate everyone joining the live stream. This Sunday is not going to be a fun game, guys. Like I said, it'll be 38-17 Miami. We're going to get our asses cooked. So appreciate everyone joining. As always, guys, over here on YouTube, keep pounding. Peace.